people that stand on the mandate are running out now because some are falling out of the mandate right now because some don't break their legs, some don't break their hand. You understand? When follow Tinubu stand for his mandate because nothing is working. They can't even put fuel on their car right now. You understand? Those who follow him stand for this mandate. Some of them can't afford 3 square meals in a day. Nigeria was burning down, but right now, as I speak to you, Nigeria is on its knees. You understand me? There is nothing working anywhere. We have government and people are complaining. People are beginning to speak because the way this man appoints people in this dispensation, it's like he's appointing his, classmates, his friends. You understand? Not because you have knowledge or you are coming to do. You just, just to appreciate you. Maybe you have done 1 or 2 things for him before. He will just appoint you, go and stay be minister of this, minister of that. You see Nigeria the way it is now. 8 years ago, APC was there. They finished Nigeria before this Tinubu came. Tinubu has come now to cripple Nigeria finally. It's not me who said it. I will leave the video for you, make you watch. As they watch, please put your comment on the down below. Tell me what you think. In this government like this, everybody is complaining. Nobody is even, saying positive things concerning this government. Everybody is complaining. Both the mother, the father, the children, everybody is complaining. So I don't know about you. I don't know what you think. Just tell me. And don't forget to subscribe on this YouTube channel. If you watch us on Facebook, please follow our page. Leave your comment down below. Like, share, so that others will see it. Remain blessed. Thank you.
No, they have something coming. NASA has told them there's going to be a call out. I'm sure it won't take long before Labour joins them. And by the grace of God Almighty, we will all empty into the street and ensure that go they will. If they will not listen appropriately, if they think that anybody is going to allow them.
Do you think that this government is not listening?
No, I think this government is sheer irresponsible and incompetent. Nobody has time for putting and powdering their face anymore. What do you think they are doing? Do you know what's going on in the country? Do you know how many lives have been lost as a result of their useless policies that doesn't make sense? What kind of person who calls himself an accountant would not know that a nation that is so export dependent, you got to manage your exchange rate, how by crook or by means, or whatever means? What kind of person comes onto a chair? He has not even looked at the books. He doesn't even know what is there. He doesn't, it's gone, it's gone.
But the president had told Xi Jinping, the Chinese president, he is a reformer that is trying to take a painful route in reforming the economy and the nation.
Thank you. For a man who's using our money to be buying new jets, for a man who's buying Escalades bulletproof, for a man who's spending money like he's going out of fashion, is that how Deng Xiaoping managed China before he got to Xi Jinping? Is that how China Mama? He's not reforming anything. He's just wasting everybody's time and creating chaos. And he's trying to get national anger to get to a point. It will be a boiling point. Let me tell you, my dear friend, everywhere you have seen a tipping point where people have just said enough, it has always been one senseless government policy after the other, with their lackeys coming to say, oh, it's okay. You are forgetting that we're talking about human lives here. We're talking about people's hunger. We're talking about the cost of living of the Nigerian people. What is their excuse? You are telling us now that, NNPC that can say they're bringing a profit of, is it 3.7 trillion as their profit? At the same time, this is madness. This is sheer arrant madness. And we have been screaming about this NNPC since forever. Whatever. They came and said they are the experts. And now because they are experts, they will be living in plenty, and they will expect the citizens to empathize with them. If you want to run a transformational government, you start transforming it from your body side, from where you are seated. You can't be showing us that we have all the money in the world. You are playing anyhow. You are running the government of yourself and your children and your family, and you expect the Nigerian people to accept that?
But is that the true set of things?
When was the last time you ever saw that they were swearing in an attorney general and the child of the president is there in the place? Ask who? In what capacity?
Does that affect the economy?
So you see, it's always one misdemeanor, one misbehavior, one inappropriate conduct that ends up becoming the culture of a government. Look at their government. The man told us that, I have a person there who used to be in NPA that will be evaluating them and doing key performance indicator and talk a lot of nonsense on television. After how many months? What have they been able to do? Who have they evaluated? If they had evaluated their minister, would they not have known that there's crisis there? What is the reason why the president has not fired himself as Minister of Petroleum? What is his explanation for why all this nonsense is going on in NNPC? Everything is just... Are we the only country that is making oil? Are we the only one selling it? People are not so much averse to, increase the prices like that, but not in this manner. They're saying now that they have to make appropriation, or they're going to give 3 billion to the federal account. That's the last thing they say. Look, Sheon, A nation is not run as if it's your private enterprise. There is separation in the government, and there is a National Assembly that is supposed to legislate and give you appropriation powers to do certain things.
But Mr. Shagumi,
Cannot
the NNPCL,
let me land.
is the federal government saying that, look, we are not privy. The market forces are taking control. If the NNPCL says they've spent this money, but what we are hearing is, in fact, the availability problem was caused because NNPCL is owing to the tune of billions of dollars to those who have lifted, and that's why
you need to let me land.
And I'm
the,
saying
the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President Tinubu, with due respect, could not have said this nation is not paying subsidy, and then one entity under this federation that does not have powers to run as if it's on the moon, in Mars, or in Jupiter, will now come and tell us that, oh, we have been buying the fuel, and they are scared of using the word subsidizing it. Who appropriated that?
so. Invariably, they've been subsidizing.
They've not used the adjective subsidizing. They will have to come and tell us who gave them permission to appropriate our monies in that manner. One, how can you run the most important thing that carries our economy in such an opaque and a voodoo manner? And when we speak to these issues, with due respect, when we speak to these issues because the fact that they are in government does not mean they love the country more than those of us that are not in government. And they got a very small, very, very small number to come and run this country. Therefore, they don't even have the majority right to be running all of us into trouble. The cost of living of our people is very, very, very high. They can barely cope. Our unemployment figures are very, very high. They can barely earn a living. You have just said you are going to pay civil servant 70,000 naira. We have not seen how that is going to be, matched by private sector. Those who are not even on the payroll still have to survive. At the same time, you have increased the cost of energy. People still have to survive. At the same time, they even have the temerity to say they are going to increase VAT by 10%. Let us just be clear. The last outing when people were going on, they were going to say they are going to shut down the country and all that. We pulled them back with all our strength and didn't join it because we felt that, okay, let's just manage that period. You cannot insult our sensibility with less than a month after such an event, and you are telling us now you are moving it to what? Who gave them the right to do that?
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
If you were the CEO of a private company,
which company is that?
No, I'm just giving an example. If you are a CEO of a private company, and the kind of statement that came from the NNPCL over the weekend, which a lot of people felt offended by, and in any case, coming out and unveiling to Nigerians what they have been doing that has become less transparent. What would you be doing to such the head or the leadership of such an entity?
You see, I have wondered, except to maybe if they have some crooked underarm dealings that government is just allowing them to get away with. There is no reason why Mile should be sitting down on that chair.
I'm imagining
he has been in charge of
the National Assembly.
He has been
just a moment. I'm asking you a question in the direction of where you are going.
Yeah.
That if Mr. Mele Kyari, who says he is in charge of a private entity that government has a stake in, is answerable to the private interest in a capitalist economy, what about the interest of the Nigerian people as represented by the National Assembly if this kind of thing is going on over the weekend? And now, shouldn't any reasonable National Assembly representing the voices of the Nigerian people be calling Mr. Mele Kyari and everybody that is involved to question them and answer to Nigerians the question about these prices, isn't
it? A serious National Assembly will not just be calling Mele Kyari, it's too small. A serious National Assembly will be calling the president, who doubles as the Minister of Petroleum, to come and answer charges. Appropriation is a very serious issue. One of the easiest ways to get yourself into impeachment is for you to abuse your responsibility and authority. Somebody has some serious explaining to do. I ask you, is the NNPC, whether it is privatized or not, running our national asset of crude and all of that on its own whims and caprice? And is it spending the resources that it makes by the sales of our national asset on its whims and crasses? Who gave them the authority to be balancing up the books and the numbers? How come they could have told us that there's no subsidy, and they're coming out to tell us not only have there been subsidy, they're telling us we are even owing to the tune of almost $6 billion, and then to slap us in the face in a most annoying and unfeeling manner, they're telling us they're going to change the price just like that.
Hold on, Mr. Oshowome. We're going to go on a break just in a moment. But I like to also balance this conversation because the presidency has been reacting
Let me
about
react.
these subsidies that you're talking about. And this is what Mr. Bayo Nanuga said. He said, and I quote, "The Tinubu government did not lie about fuel subsidies. I have read a series of articles attacking the federal government for not telling the truth about fuel subsidy payments, following NNPC Limited's admittance that it was owing suppliers some $6 billion US. The truth is that there is no discovery, no lie uncovered. The government has been faithful to its policy that it was no longer going to pay fuel subsidies since President Tinubu announced the deregulation of the PMS sector on the 29th May 2023. Since then, subsidy provisions have disappeared from the budget. It was not in the supplementary budget of 2023, not in the 2024 budget, and the amended 2024 budget. How do you react to that?
They're acting in a more annoying manner. It means that not only are they spending without appropriation, they are even spending money that nobody knows where they are getting it from. So when people say our ours are stolen, our ours are not made, we are not auditing it well, we don't know how much we've made, why would you be disappointed when the people that are in charge of the government have the temerity to be telling us that NNPC has been spending that much money on whose authority and by whose approval?
The presidency has said we do not know anything about it.
Really?
They say
that's
NNPCL.
That is an impeachable offense. The man doubles as the Minister of Petroleum.
But they said that it has been deregulated.
That your grandfather was a thief. Does that mean if your father steals a goat, they will not accuse him of being a thief? That was what happened then. This we're talking about now. I just told you the figures and how much we were selling it then. 97 naira. And how much are they telling us to come and buy it today? Can the Nigerians even afford it? It's one thing for you to be running a for-profit country in the midst of people that get enough wages that they can get by. You want to run a for maximum profit country so that you can sickle in money, share it to the states and local government without the commensurate ability to supervise and know what they are doing with the money, and the Nigerian citizens will be the one bleeding. They have something coming.
All right.
And they will be shocked at what will come at them.